Man, we finally get some rain possibility today. And man, it's been a while. I don't think we had any all month. This is the first rain we had in September here. And for those who don't know, I'm in North Texas and I got turf type tall fescue. This grass been here for a while. I got to get some rain in here because, you know, the sprinkler system is just not all what it's cracked up to be. I know we can put all the water we want on it, but there's chlorine inside the sprinkler water we have, and there's fluoride inside the sprinkler water we have. You know, chlorine kills bacteria, which we need bacteria for the grass to grow, and salt runs bacteria away, which is in the fluoride. Fluoride is a salt that's in there. So that's why when it rains, your grass responds immediately because it doesn't have all that off in there. It's all natural. That's why you want to have some rain, but you got to do what you got to do. Of course, you still got to run your sprinklers, at least keep your grass going, but nothing replace rain water. And before we get out of here, I want to tell people, I see a lot of people suggesting people get soil tests. Soil tests for your lawn to see what type of fertilizer put out is absolutely garbage. Complete, utterly garbage. There are so many other things that you could be doing with the money that costs to get soil tests. So many other things, you know. So for me, like if you have weeds growing and plants growing in your lawn, you got grass growing there, that's all you need to know. The only way that I would remotely get a soil test is if literally nothing grows there. Something might be wrong with soil there, you know, and that means, I would have to check everything, make sure there's no rocks there, make sure it's not a shaded area. I got the right type of grass, all that other stuff way before I go get a soil test. Soil tests are useless, y'all. Soil tests is for amending soil. Synthetic fertilizers do not amend the soil at all. It doesn't do anything. So look, if you got I look at all this stuff I got behind me growing, all those trees, everything without soil tests. Man, let's stop wasting our money on this stuff. I've wasted too much money over the years trying to get this stuff. Listening to the big gurus on here, the people with the big following, the big YouTube channels and all that. Man, it is not what it's cracked up to be. So don't do it. And furthermore, like I said, I remember when I first started this fescue journey, the big guys, I talked to them. I got in their little group chats on guys that they had those streaming and asked a question. And they all said, oh, you can't do it here in Texas. You can't have it here. Or I'm going to have to use so much fungicides, this and that. It's not going to be able to do it. And they were right for the most part. They were right. But that was because I was doing what they were saying to use, using all this synthetic fertilizers and putting this pound of nitrogen, all of that stuff, which was causing my issue. And when I stopped doing that, look at this. This hasn't had an overseed, y'all. My grass is looking better than some of those YouTube people who are in a cool season area, who are up north. Some of these people are in a environment way better than Texas, and their yard look way worse. Look at that. That's crazy. This is my first time getting ready to oversee this thing in 3 years, and this grass been here because I hadn't had a chance or didn't put the all the products that they're pushing, all the synthetic fertilizers. I didn't even put water on this thing. I didn't have water. I think I may have had so many videos about my sprinkler being down. I didn't even put water on it. That's why I took a hiatus from YouTube in lawn stuff, is because I wasn't able to take care of it. I figured I don't have any rain. I'm not going to be able to have this grass here. It's all going to die. So I left it to die. I left it for dead until I can get my sprinklers running. But look, it's still here. I'm telling you, this is just the proof. Going organic is what you should do. And when I say organic, I'm talking about in the fertilizer. Yes, you're going to have to use some stuff that's not organic, like some type of pesticide. But what you're already going to do is fight all your issues with more organic material. That's why I use the compost. That's why I use compost tea. That's why I use the composted manure. That's why I use the chicken fertilizer. That's why I add it. I come back and I add, when I put something out that's inorganic, I come back and throw those nutrients right back in there. I add the organic stuff right back from, that's from either a fertilizer or an insecticide. Still come back. That's what I done here, y'all. So you can just look at my lawn and see what you see. It is August. You can go and look at the temperatures that we've been having. It's been in the 90s, near 100 all month long. And yet this is the grass. You would think that this would be dead. I don't have any fungus issues as far as it taking my lawn and killing it all like it had in the past. That's because I have enough beneficial microbes in the lawn that's fighting off the fungus. That's what it is. When you put synthetic fertilizers in there with the salt, that salt runs off a lot of the microbes. If you don't replace it, you're going to have some issues. That salt is running the microbes away. And then when you have to do the sprinkler system, sprinkler has chlorine in it, which kills bacteria, and we need the bacteria. So that's lessened my chances of the grass fighting the fungus off because of that. So that's the things for me. That's the, I'm going to say it, because that's what it is. I finally found it out. It's been the stuff that everybody's telling me to do that's caused me not to be able to have a lawn. So now my biggest issues is possums and armadillos, rodents like skunks. That's my issue. I can't get my lawn right because of that. So I'm trying to figure that part out. I got the other part all figured out. So if you like and subscribe to my channel, you can see I've been doing this for years. You can go back and look at all the little videos that I have of my success and failures and all that. And this by far has been the best ever. And I know that I'll keep touting, and I put out information with the type of seeds that I have. I'm using a Titan. Seeds make a big part of it. It is. I'm not saying that it's a miraculous miracle seed. It's just that it's a great, good quality seed, but I am coupling that with my organic practices. So in a nutshell, come back here. I think we finally get some cooler weather here. I finally get the overseed to start establishing. We're not getting a lot of rain, which is bad, but I can still try to get some of this stuff germinated, which is going to be good because I'm on a slope here, and I used to lose a lot of seeds because of this slope. I used to use a lot. I'm used to losing a lot of seeds. So now using the sprinkler system, I can probably forego that because I'm controlling the water and I'm getting the grass to get established before we have any heavy rains. So we're not predicted to get any heavy rains hardly throughout the entire winter. So, the flip side of that is I'm putting a lot of chlorine and fluoride on it, which is not great, but I'll just have to combat it with compost tea, compost, chicken manure, and putting organic matter back into the soil along with the nutrients. Anyway, like and subscribe to my channel. I want you guys to see this because, man, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what I have going on. I'm not excited about these skunks and armadillos and stuff like that I just cannot get rid of. And it's not just me. It's my entire neighborhood. Everybody is having these issues because I live on a nature preserve, and behind me is, acres of natural habitat.